Okay, good afternoon, America, good evening, UK, and good morning in the morning for Australia. If you're listening to this call right now, either live or recorded, welcome to this week's team call, the 14th of May. Currently, remember, the 15th of May over in China. So today's the day you want to be requesting payment into your PayPal account, okay, by, I would say, pretty much midday today, or if not before. You want to be doing it straight away, really, because the 15th is kicking over in China. You want to make sure you get your money out on the 30th. You need to have that in today. And a few other things I just want to announce quite quickly before we move on is obviously recognition is so important to this business and to the team spirit. And we've got an amazing, always, every week we have people stepping into the plate, building their business, taking responsibility for their own future and their own livelihood as well. And this week has been no different. We've got stepping up to bronze, Lisa Jackson, Joyce Kitchen, James Mitchell, Lee Carmichael, Milton Ballantyne, Catherine Andrews, LaQuisha Michelle, Jacqueline Garcia, and Randolph Simpkins. And then we have a Dr. Dexter Kilpatrick, bronze, and going to silver. We have Arvina Essex and Gail Harvey. And also congratulations for rank advancing to MSO this week, Mr. Conrad Cave. Congratulations to everyone for stepping up to the plate and doing what's needed to build your business moving forward. At this point, I'd just like to mention to everyone on the call as well, everyone's on here yet, great. We're having a chat this afternoon with Gary regarding the upgrades and the situation moving forward. And what he's asked me to mention to everyone right now at this particular moment in time is if you have anyone in your team that's thinking to upgrade, is to tell them just to hold off a little bit on upgrading right now, because Gary's telling me that he and Richard are working on something that will be very beneficial to the members who are building this business outside of China. Okay, so it would be best not to upgrade right now, but to hold back if you're building this business outside of China. Also, bear in mind as well, if we wanted to advise people to maximize any compensation plan, then really they should be waiting to see what we're told from our American leadership in Richard and Gary as to what exactly is happening moving forward. Okay, so I've been authorized to say that to you this evening, is to try and just request to people that they get qualified to get paid. Obviously, you get qualified to get paid, as I'm certainly done that this month to get paid for next month. I'm going to do it next month to get paid the month after. But guys, what I would say to you right now is if you're looking at members to upgrade right now, is to advise them just to hold back a little bit longer until we have a little bit more information on the changes that's going to take place, just to ensure that everyone building outside of China right now, all the members that are currently doing that and focused on that, will benefit in the long run. Okay, so with that being said, we come together every week on a Sunday to do a few housekeeping and announcements. We've announced the announcement for this week. We've announced the rank advancements, and congratulations. We also concentrate, as you know, very strongly on training, resources, how we can improve people on the team and everyone's prospects, and a lot of what we do in the realm of personal development as well. And I'm joined this evening by someone who is already, look, here's a guy who's creating waves, not just in his local community or in the local or in his area, but in the country and globally. There's no one in my team really here in the UK, Canada, or Australia that hasn't heard of Mr. Rudy Salaya. Okay, he's done extremely well, building a great presence for himself online, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Snapchat. Goodness knows what else this guy is on and how he's promoting his business and fostering the team, right? But you can guarantee if you can pronounce what it is, he's on it, right? And he's built a fantastic business there, almost breaking senior marketing director over there in the California market. Mr. Rudy Salaya, you're with us this evening, sir.
Yes, I am, Philip. Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, Rudy. I was just explaining to everyone that we got the pleasure of your company and your training this Wednesday on our team training. I believe you're going to be doing the invitation part 1, first contact. and that's going to be your training this month. I'm really looking forward to that because I think we double-handed this particular training maybe 5-6 months ago, and we did. I loved some of the points you made and the things you said. So if you just want to let us know what we're going to be looking forward to this Wednesday when you wrap this baby up and present it to us in the way that only you can, then tease and tempt us away. It's all yours, Mr. Slater.
All right, Philip, thank you so much, man, for the introduction, and thanks for everything you're doing over there in the UK. I mean, you talk about making waves. You know, we're talking about a gentleman that's over 2,000 people on his team already in such a short period amount of time, so I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the near future here, bud. Thanks for everything you do. So it's so funny how you say that because it's so true. If I'm going to find a will, there's a way, right? So I just absolutely love talking to people. I just love it. Like the other day, I was just at the restaurant. My mom's been so graceful to be watching my kids. So me and my wife decided to take her out to dinner just to show her some gratitude. And it had nothing to do with Mother's Day, ironically enough. This is just to say thank you for taking the time to watch the kids. And, I went out to dinner and thinking it's just casual and that Red Robin, nothing fancy, But at the end of the night, I was able to recruit our server, because it's about really just showing people and exposing them to the business, something they don't know about, and it gets them really excited. And this is something I learned from my mentor, my good friend Kyle McGregor. You go out and you live your life. You do your thing, but be the ambassador, be the advocate for your company, be the business. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And when you actually expose the opportunity to people, they're so grateful for it. I mean, some people, they just pass it, but other people, they capitalize on the opportunity and they figure out a way to make it work. But long story short, the guy was a server, 22 years old, went to Cal State Fullerton, working endless days and nights as a server. And at the end of the day, when I showed him that he can shop, well, magically enough, he loves to shop, but he did not get paid. So I held something in my possession that he could benefit from. And so by just asking him simple questions, I said, hey, at the end of the night before I leave, is it okay if I leave you with some information? There's a little video I want you to see, and is it okay if I follow up with you in a couple of days? Sure, no problem. So, gave him my information, and he watched the video. A couple of days later, he signed up. So, again, you don't want to judge the book by its cover. That's the biggest thing for me. You talk to anyone and everyone. You want to make sure you understand that this is a numbers game. But also have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. I can tell you right now, I love the no's because all the no's that I get is getting me closer to that yes. I'm not looking for everyone, and neither are you. You want to work with the willing, right? And you want to sort through the bunch. You want to make sure that you invite them. Invite them to whatever you want. Invite them to a video. Invite them to a three-way call, which Philip will talk about next week. Invite them to, a seminar or an event or a meeting or one of these calls on a Sunday, and let them get that first exposure. Really let them know what exists, because if they don't know, they only know what they know, and if you don't show them, they will never know what's out there. So you make it real simple. Share the story. People love stories. But you don't want to judge the book by its cover, and I'll tell you why. I had the privilege of selling cars, and that was a very, very hard career to start off when I was 18 years old. And I'll make the story kind of the short version, but just know that it was the end of the month. It was raining, and a particular gentleman was walking onto our parking lot. He had a suitcase. He was dressed up in a suit, but with no shoes. So it was kind of awkward. A lot of people judged him that I worked with, and they did not approach him. Well, for me, I was young. I was hungry. I did not know much. I just know that if I asked the guy for help, he might tell me why he's on the parking lot. So I approached him, and he was like, hey, nice to meet you, Rudy. I'm just letting you know I wanted to see who wanted it the most. But I'm here to buy 18 company trucks from your dealership. So you can only imagine how my commission was. And ever since that day, and I was 18 at the time, I was 18, okay? Imagine that. That was a lesson for me to be learned. And I took that. I took it and I ran with it. And I knew that from that day forward, I would never judge anybody ever again. And he's like, I just wanted to see who wanted it the most. And what's crazy is I was competing against veterans in the dealers. car dealership, you know. And so what you do is you don't want to judge people. You want to make sure that you give everyone the opportunity, but first and foremost, go to your warm market. You know, give them the first opportunity, people that you love and care about the most, because when you're in an industry such as e-commerce that's going to be worth over $2 trillion, and you're sitting here with a platform in your possession that you can show them how to really make extra income, and it blows up, which I know it will. You know, they can't come back and say, you know what, you never really showed me. You can say, you know what, I did. And I gave you the opportunity. I had you watch the video. I had you join on that conference call, but you know, you didn't want to do anything about it. So you want to make sure you show everyone and anyone this opportunity. And then as you go through your warm market, and your warm market is known as your friends, your family, your acquaintances, your coworkers, people you interact with almost daily or weekly. And then and once you go through your warm market, 'cause that's only going to last so long, you want to go through your cold market, and that's something that comes with confidence and a little bit of training. But you know, you approach people you never met before, but you're so comfortable and so confident and so passionate about what you do, they will see the excitement and they will hear the excitement that they just want to do it just because it's you. Okay, but you want to give people the first contact. You want to give them the first opportunity that they've never seen before, because without you, they won't know about it. And here's the best part is no one knows about this company yet. No one knows about what we're doing. We are just barely scratching the scratch. You know, and it's crazy because a lot of people still don't know the benefits of shopping online, even without getting paid. They still don't know. So if they know that they're getting paid just to shop online, it makes it so much better. But, I mean, there's just so much to talk about. I mean, as far as showing them the video and having them, you know, watch 10 minutes, you know, get them to confirm their own appointment. You know, you want to say, hey, if I send you a video, when can you watch it, right? And if they say, well, I'm a little busy right now, I don't know, say, okay, well, if I send it to you in the next 10 minutes, will you be able to watch it? Yes. Great. So if I follow up with you in 20 minutes and I call you, would you have watched the video? Yes. Awesome. So get the confirmation, call them back, and see it, and don't ask them if they watched it. Say, what did you like about the video the most? That's what I do. I ask them, what do you like about the video the most? Because they can't say yes, they can't say no. You've asked an open-ended question. So now they have to tell you, they're either going to confess and say, you know what, I haven't watched the video yet, or they're going to say, well, I like the fact that I can go online and get paid for things I'm going to buy anyways. Perfect. So now you just open up a conversation. Now there's a dialogue. Now there's a way to keep it real short and sweet and transition into a three-way call. If you have a couple minutes, I would love to get you on the phone with my really good friend and my mentor, Mr. Kyle McGregor. He's, you know, without him, I wouldn't have known anything about this business, and, you know, I'm just so excited. If you have a couple minutes, can you take some time to get on the phone? I'll see if he's available right now. I know he's a busy guy, but you got to talk to him because I know he's going to be doing some events later on this evening. Let's catch him while we can. Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. I can get him on a three-way call. But you got to get him on that first contact, and the reason for that is because you can't just go to a three-way call. You can't tell them everything you know, right? You got to let the video sell itself, or let whatever platform that you sent them, or if you send them to an event, let them see it for themselves. That's very key. You can't tell them everything you know. If I was out there on the car dealership lot and telling everybody the interest rate and the payment and the down payment of that car and everything they need to know about that car and the maintenance, they would have ran for the hills, right? But if I have them just sit in the car and test drive it and not say a word and let them feel like they own the car before they even buy it, then it makes it that much more simpler when I walk them into the dealership and they're already talking to my manager about buying the car. And I didn't do anything. I just showed them. I was the messenger. You are the messenger when you're giving people the first piece of contact for this business. And that first is so key because at that point...
Can I come in there? I got to just come in on what you said. I absolutely love what you just said there. Fantastic. I mean, can I just go because what you just... Guys, girls, what really just gone through here, right? So slick. Within like 10 minutes is like a journey that could take 2 or 3 days for average Joe prospect to go through, okay? And really explain to you all these complicated pieces of this journey, and he does it so well. And that's what he's going to break down for you in detail on this Wednesday's training, okay, with visual aids and everything for you. But let me take you back to 2 points you made. First of all, the guy without the shoes, right, when you went out to speak to him, the first contact with this guy. Now, when you were going through that door outside to speak to him, did you see dollar signs in your eyes, or did you see someone that thought might need your help?
I thought somebody needed my help, honestly.
There you go. Right. So you thought someone needed your help. So here's the distinction I want to make here. Never ever approach anyone with dollar signs in your eyes. Right?
No.
If you're looking at prospects for this business and you're looking at them with dollar signs in your eyes, you ain't never gonna build this business. Right? Seriously. If you look at people with the view of, how can I help that person? This person needs my help somehow. How can I help them? Right? And then you ask the right questions. And even if you take it to what you were saying, Rudy, about showing them the car, about making them feel part ownership of the car, asking them the questions, what do you like the most about this car? Right? And whatever they like the most about that car, then, so that's important to you in a vehicle then, is it, sir? Because whatever they like most about the car, that's going to be pretty high on the list of priorities. Wouldn't you agree, Rudy?
Absolutely. Your job is to listen more than you talking.
There you go. So go out with a mind and a mindset and a spirit of wanting to help people, to show them a way that you found that you can earn some part-time income just by shopping online. And the more people you get to share that with, and the bigger distribution base that you can build with your friends and families and work colleagues and neighborhood communities and charities and not-for-profit organizations and teams and sports and businesses that are all doing that anyway. And the more you share that, the more profit you can make. And the bigger the distribution you make, the more the rewards are going to be. Now, that all sounds like a lot. That's like, oh my God, I don't want... Listen, break it down. Whatever they like most about the video is the most important thing that you like most as well. I'm serious. Whatever they like most about that video, that's what you liked. Funny you should say that. I like that as well. Right? Because if you mirror image what your prospect is and you like what they like and you can see why they like it and it was important to them because it was also important to you, and then you wrap that round and you sell it back to them as a lifestyle goal, as a lifestyle aim, wouldn't it be wonderful to get to a stage where not only you're earning a decent part-time income, but you can afford to take your partner on a holiday because you hit a certain rank within the company. So let's go on a holiday, right? Changing lifestyles, because no one, would you agree, Rudy, no one wants a part-time business, right? No one wants to give an extra 20, 24, 18, 16, 28, 32 hours a week on top of what they're currently doing for a part-time business. No one wants to say, hey, I'm a part-time business owner, right? They do it for the lifestyle and the choices it's going to give them. So we've got to find out, especially during this first contact, and Rudy's going to go through this in so much detail, what their goals, dreams, and aspirations are. What are they prepared to do to get something that they don't have in their life right now? And what are they prepared to give up and sacrifice to make sure that they get it? And find out what that is and sell it. But if it's holidays, if it's lifestyle, if it's a better car, that's fantastic. They can have that. Okay? Then you find out, and sometimes it doesn't harm to go dirty, as you say, go dirty and talk about money, right? Because money is an acceptable means of reward and everyone is used to that language. So seriously, I don't, people say, it's just, anything you do is never about the money. Guess what? Keep it real, guys. Everything's about the money, right? Everything is about the choices and the lifestyle you can have because the money that you have been able to gain as a reward for the extra value that you gave the marketplace, right? Absolutely. So don't worry about the money. If you're getting money, you're getting money because you're bringing extra value to the marketplace and you're getting rewarded for helping others. So welcome the money in your life. That's so, so key. I really do believe that. Welcome the money in, because if you don't welcome it in, guess what? You're repelling it away. So the lifestyle choices that the money can give you, But as I said, never look at a prospect with dollar signs in your eyes. Always look at the money as the side effect of doing the right thing. And with that, back to you to wrap up your training, Rudy, mate. Anything you want to expand on that, take it away, or if you want to close it down, that's up to you as well, buddy.
No, nicely said, man. Thank you so much for adding to that. You know, it's so true. It's definitely not about the dollar signs, because when you help enough people get what you want, if you help enough people get what they want, you have everything you want in your life. You know, and that's genuinely what we're about. That's the culture that we're doing here, because, again, we don't make any money when someone comes on for free. How much money can you make, Philip, if you bring somebody on for free?
Zilch.
Zero. So there's nothing in it for us. What's in it for us is building the long-term relationship. But you have to give somebody that first contact, and you got to bring it home. I'm talking about, have you ever heard the saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression? You have one shot to give somebody the best impression of the business that you possibly can. And you have to sort through the bunch. And you're not looking for everyone, but the ones that do, trust me. I mean, in my 8 months in this company, I've probably built close to 400 people on my organization, right? But only a handful of them are upgrading and actually producing. And I'm okay with that, because I'd rather run with 3 than drag 100. And that's the thing about this business. You want to work with the willing. And as you're going through your prospecting, I want you guys to think of something. There's this book I read. It's called First Year of Network Marketing. It's by Mark Yarnell. Fantastic book. One of the things I took away from it was this analogy about the coffee shop lady. Think about the coffee shop lady, right? You guys are there. You're having your breakfast. And there's a restaurant full of patrons, right? And what does the coffee shop lady do? She walks around with a pot of coffee, and she asks every single person at every table, so each table, and says, would you like more coffee? Well, most of the time people are going to say no, I'm okay right now, thank you. Or, yes, I'll have some, please. That's how this business is, right? She will still continue going around and asking for the pot of coffee for people, but at the end of the day, not everybody's going to say yes to the coffee. That's how this business is. Not everybody's going to say yes to your business, but you keep going through the bunch. Now, what happens? She doesn't give up and just go to the back and say she wants to quit her job. No. She comes around, maybe waits about 15, 20 minutes, comes back around and says, would you like some more coffee? She never gives up. She will always continue asking me for more coffee. So same thing. You want to continue asking people about the opportunity if they want to take a look at it. And when you get a no, sometimes it just means not right now, and that's okay. So you just make sure you have their information and say, is it okay if I follow up with you in 30 days? Is it okay to follow up with you in 60 days? Just because they said no just means not right now. Circumstances or whatever they're going through. You want to keep that in mind, guys. It's about sorting through the bunch. It's a fun business, and like I said, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. And what you want to do is you just want to focus on, you know, what your why is. And then when you know your why, you ask your team, what's your why? Know your why until you cry. Okay, that's the saying that we have. So just like Philip was just touching on, it's not about the money. Figure out it's the driving source. Yes, it's going to make things happen. Money will help you pay off your debt. Money will help you repair your car. Money will help you put food on the table. But at the end of the day, what's more than just money? Is it traveling? Is it helping a sick family member? Is it helping your parents retire? Is it helping you buy your mom and dad a house? Is it helping you pay off your student loans? What is it that drives you? What's your driving purpose? So it's important not just to recruit somebody, but you also want to know who your team members are and what their driving source is. And then you help them achieve those driving sources and get to those goals little by little. And as each milestone passes, and you reach one goal after the other, beautiful things just start happening, and that's why I just absolutely love this business. I love the people in it. Congratulations to everybody that was on this call. I'm going to wrap things up, but on Wednesday, make sure you don't miss the training. We're going to go into a little bit more depth about what it means to make your first contact and how to execute that first contact to make sure that you set it up for a perfect three-way call. With that said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and anybody have any questions about today's call, feel free to reach us on Facebook, reach out to your sponsor. And, Philip, if you want to add anything to that, it's been a blessing being on this call, and thank you for having me on.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for everything that you said this evening, everything you shared. I can't wait for the extra information and detail and your wisdom coming up on Wednesday. Thanks, everyone, for being on this call. Listen, you've all showed up and won, okay? Because here's the thing, you now know what's going to happen. You got a heads up on announcements this evening. You got a heads up on what's going to happen on the call. And here's what I would say to you. I love what Rudy said about the coffee server. But guess what, right? You've turned up on this call. You turn up on Wednesday. You turn up next Sunday. We're going to turn you into a much better coffee server, right? Way more attractive, with better coffee, that can ask better questions, that's going to be serving a lot more top-up coffees to a lot of people, because Rudy will do that for you. And with that being said, thanks, everyone. Take care. Thanks, Rudy. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing this platform with you, my friend. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Good night, everyone. God bless. Have a great Motherland Sunday, America.